Hello guys, it's Relaxing Sounds 92, and well, it's already been more than a month since I posted my last video. Whoops. I finished my thesis in the meantime, so the finishing touches are of course always more difficult than you imagine first, and it took longer. And then I was on holiday for a week, so now I'm back. Hopefully I'll be able to make more videos now. So, this video I'm going to show you some of the notebooks I have, make sounds with them and tell a bit about them. So if you like pure sounds and if you dislike my voice during them, then this is not the video for you. If you do, on the other hand, then I guess you'll like this very much. So, let's get started. So, the first one is my planner, I guess it's called. Agenda in Dutch. And I have to buy a new one soon. It ends in like 3 or 4 weeks, I think. Because it's like a study year, I guess you could all, you know. Closes with an elastic band, and I put this pen in myself. It fits exactly and it's comfortable to write with. This is a pen from the housing corporation, I guess, I lived with when I lived in Groningen. And this is a fun one because you can fill it with your own pictures. Maybe I'll show you a few if they're not like friends and family. Beginning I wrote a lot. Last half year I haven't put in much because I was practically done. I only had to do stuff that I planned on my own, like my thesis. I don't know if I can show you really well, but this is one of the 2 cats that I grew up with. She was called Mousje, which is mouse. Yeah, that was my idea when I was little. And she was really sweet. She was a small cat, but happy, and she purred really loud. We called her Knorretje. It kind of translates to piglet, but that's not, yeah, it was really loud. And when I was little, I would come downstairs on the weekend when my parents were still in bed, and I'd come down and she would want food, of course, but my parents always said that, so she would like be really sweet and wanting hugs, and she would bump her head into my face and stuff. It was so cute. Sadly, she passed away a few years ago. And this is the other cat that I grew up with. She was called Miepje, and she was the mother of Mousje. and they didn't get along very well, sadly. Like, she was really bothered that her baby never left home. She favored my dad very much. She would used to go and lie in his arms like a little baby and then put her paws in his face. It was wonderful. She also passed away. Really broke my heart. Still love them so much. I can't wait to have cats again. I love them so much. The only things that I do know now is that I've put in new lenses and that kind of stuff. Oh, this is another cute picture. This is a picture of my second dwarf hamster, I guess. She was called Krummel, and I really like this picture. I don't know if you can see it, but she was washing herself, and I took the picture right when her tongue was out of her mouth. I've always thought it's such a cute picture. She became very old. She was 2 years and 3 months before she passed away naturally. So that's, yeah, that was kind of special, I guess. And this is another picture. This is a picture of a bee, a honeybee. I guess I don't know much about the species of bees, but a picture I took in the garden of my parents. If I may say so, I thought it looks quite well. I'm not an expert in photography, but every once in a while, like every once in 500 pictures, there's a really good one. This is another picture that I really like, and it's of a frog. It's also my parents' backyard, and my parents live in a neighborhood where many people have like a pond in their backyard, and then this one heard frogs from other ponds, so it went on a journey. That's why it's photographed in the grass. And I could get really close. I really took this right in front. It's not like I zoomed in, it's just how close it really was. And this maybe a bit small for you. This is a small bug that I took a photo of in the Veluwe. It's like, yeah, it's nature for Netherlands. In the Netherlands you don't really have real nature anymore because it's so full with people. But yeah. This came with the planner. You can put it where you are. And this, oh, almost the last one. I still have 1 week left and I have to get a new planner. So that was my planner. And the Dutch people wonder where this is from. It's from Hema. They always have lots of really cute planners. This is a notebook that I bought at National Nature Museum. No, it's not Nature, but Naturalis. It's like one of the biggest collection of specimens of animals, plants, just organisms. One of, like in the top largest collections, top 5 in the world. In Leiden, it's that, and it's made from recycled paper, which is nice. And in this book, I keep track of my finances, and I've not been like stimulated to do that. I just liked some things. I like to keep very organized. Finances is one of the things, and a closet is another one of those things, and well, if you see my workplace, it's a mess, but every once in a while I like clean it up. I have some receipts in here as well. I can like tell you what I write down for every month. First, I write down all the expenses that I paid for food, and I add that up. Then I add up all the expenses my boyfriend had for food. I add that up, and I add those together, so that's how much we spend on food. And on the other page, what's it called? I calculate how much food cost daily on average, and I write down my other expenses, like I don't know, dry cleaning, whatever, shampoo. That's not food, and I add it up. And then I also have a little section of clothing, and I add that up. I note how much my student's loan has grown. Sadly, I also want to keep track of how big my debt is becoming, and I also write down what was on my savings account at the end of the month, so I can keep track of how much that grows or declines. And with the notebook came a pen. For every notebook I have their own pen, because I like to keep things orderly, in the sense that it's the same color of pen in the whole book. If I have to change pen color throughout, it really stings. I also have another notebook that I'm not showing you today because I've made a few mistakes in them, and I hate it so much when I get to that, I just don't know. Oh yeah, this part is a ruler. Don't really use that for this one, but well, it comes in handy every once in a while. So then I have this thing, which, as you can maybe see, it's very long. It's a book with lists. It's my to-do booklet. And as you can see, it has its own pen. And instead of like crossing things that I've done out, I mark them with a pretty pink color. As you can see, some pages are pink. I also make lists for stuff that I want to do. Like here I had a list of a few ideas for videos. And I have a long list of things that people would like to see that I do, and some of the things that I have myself, and then I look at that and think of what kind of combination would be nice. And every once in a while I just write down a few things so that when I'm in the mood to make a video, I can just pick one and, oh, that sounds nice, and you can do that. So you maybe can see these are already colored, and then here are 3 more videos that have not been colored. One of them I'm working on right now, namely notitieboekjes and agenda. So that's what this is. And then I have two more ideas, but you will see them later, because, well, the 2 videos after this one will be those 2. I'm not gonna spoil the surprise. But mostly the lists consist of things I want to do in the house, mostly laundry, or stores that I want to go to. I have here a page that is not pink because it was an idea of some more large scale things that I want to do clean in around the house. And now I'm here, and I haven't really written down anything lately. I have some long-term things over here, but further, and here it's empty. The only thing that bothers me a little bit is that a page consists of multiple parts. You have like this short thing with a few like bulletins in front. I don't even know if you can see it here. And then you have just a list, and then in the bottom you have like an open box. So yeah, I don't really know how to use that. Most of the time I just ignore this and I just go right through what all this. In the beginning I did cross out stuff, and I also have a list somewhere, yeah, future requests, like tapping on a glass window, scratching on a sofa, video with only the orange plastic bowl. It's quite an old list. It's from well, I guess about 2 years ago. That's a long time. Almost sounds a bit like rain on a tent. And then I have this last one, this last notebook, and I have no idea what to do with it yet. I bought it because it was cheap and it looked very cute, in my opinion. It's a nice minty color and it opens with a band like this. I specially bought this pen for this booklet. And I wrote in it once when I was in the train and I couldn't stop thinking about a few things that I needed to do and I wanted to write it down, but I haven't thought of what to do with it yet, and if I decide to do something else with it I can just rip this page out. So I've thought about just taking it with me in my bag to write down thoughts as they come up or something, or a few months ago I was really fanatic with making fruit smoothies and I was just testing what kinds of fruits would taste nicely together, and I would think of writing them down. But then again, if I gonna write down like a recipe, I want to do it in an orderly way, and to get that right in the first time is like impossible. So I never did it. I wrote down some of the things that I liked just in like a Word document, but didn't write it down in here. And then a few days ago I had an idea and I've just completely forgotten about an idea, and it bothers me. I have another one, by the way. It came in pairs of 2. So I even have 2 that I can use. So if you have an idea of what I could do with this, let me know. And if you've been so relaxed by this that you don't want to comment, then that's completely okay. And if you've fallen asleep, that's even more okay. Then please keep on relaxing and sleeping.